Hello friends, welcome to all of you Shiksha 360. Basically, we will start a series that is confusables. We will take some words and we will try to understand what is the basic difference between these words along with some of the examples that definitely will help you to understand these terminologies. So first thing which we have to discuss today, that is what is the difference between the subsidy and subvention. I think all of you are very well aware regarding these two words, that is subsidy and subvention. So now let's discuss what is the difference between these two words. Later on, we will discuss also what is the meaning of back-end subsidy, what is the meaning of credit-linked subsidy, what is the interest subvention in housing loan or PMAY subvention. Clear? All these things we have to be discussed. What is the meaning of these words in the loans? Okay, all these things we have to discuss one by one. So first of all, we will discuss what is the meaning of subsidy and subvention. Sometimes many persons have asked, so what is the difference between grant, subsidy and subvention? So you have to be very well aware regarding all these terminologies. And in banking sector, you are aware that these terms are frequently used, like customers visiting the branches. Sir, my subsidy is not coming into my account. Okay. Never basically very less customer use the word subvention. So now we have to understand what is the meaning of all these things. So what is the meaning of subsidy? Subsidy basically, it is simply a grant. Subsidy, it is a grant, especially from the government to boost, or we can say that enhance production and consumption. Okay, production and consumption. The government pays a part of the cost of production of certain goods and services. Here, in the case of subsidy, that is the government pays a part of the cost of production of certain goods or services. You have to remember this thing. Like subsidy, what is that? It is a transfer of money from the government to an entity. It leads to a fall in the price of the subsidized product. Like we can say that, I will discuss the example later. The objective of this subsidy is to booster the welfare of the society. Booster. Okay. The welfare of the society. It is a part of non-plan expenditure of the government. Major subsidies in India are like petroleum subsidy, like some part of the petroleum is to be paid by the government, rest by the public. Fertilizer subsidy, food subsidy, interest subsidy, etc. So interest subsidy, that is some part of the interest, it is to be paid by the government. So that like in the housing loans, if there is any subsidy, it means that everyone has an affordable house. Okay, everyone has a house. That's why government is paying some money from their hand so that everyone can live comfortably. Okay, that is interest subsidy on housing loan in simple language. Okay, now move further. What is the meaning of subvention? Subvention, it refers to a grant of money. It is also grant of money in aid or support, mostly by the government. In the Indian context, for instance, the government sometimes asks financial institutions to provide loans to the farmers at below the market rates. Clear? So whatever the market rate is going on, for below than the market rate. At that case, what it is to be provided, that is subvention. The loss is usually made good through the subvention. Clear? That is for that financial institution, there is a loss to provide the loan at the lower interest rate than the market rate. Clear? So that loss, it is to be paid by the government to that financial institution. That payment to the financial institution from the government to that financial institution, it is called to be as the subvention. National Rural Livelihood Mission, NRLM, Ajivika. Interest subvention scheme. It is a type of subvention scheme introduced by the government for the welfare of the rural livelihoods. Subvention scheme offers a relief in the buyer's loan interest burden, but does not make anything free. Clear? Basically, subvention, what is that? It is mainly basically for reducing the interest rate. Okay. I will take one example also. So both the terms here, that is subsidy and subvention, look similar to each other. in the terms of meaning, but the difference exists. Subsidy, it is a form of financial aid provided by the government. On the other hand, subvention scheme, it is a type of incentive. If you pay your loan well, so government will give you some incentive. Clear that? Provided by the government to the financial institutions to channelize credit in required sectors in the national interest. Clear? So basically, it is to subvention basically provided to the financial institutions by the government. And subsidy, it is based on the products to reduce the cost. Okay. And subvention basically to reduce the interest rate. In simple language, we can say that. So here one example here, that is interest subvention with example. Like on a crop production loan, that is like KCC loans, banks are getting 9% rate of interest per annum at present. So when the loan, that is when the person who takes KCC loan approaches the bank to clear the crop loan within the period. Okay, there is a specific period. Like if the person paying the interest rate in a specific period, so the bank will charge less interest. So bank charge 4% rate of interest from the farmer instead of 9%. Clear? Actual rate is 9%, but bank only charges 4%. Why? Here, government of India is paying or reimbursing 2% to the bank, and the state government is reimbursing 3% to the bank subsequently. Here, what the government of India is paying to the bank, that is interest subvention. And what is the state government is reimbursing, that is interest subsidy here. Okay, so you have to remember that what is the basic difference between the subvention and the subsidy. Okay, hope you are able to understand the basic difference. So for all types of the courses, like for JAB, CAP, certificate courses, for promotion exams, for elective courses and exam, you can join our courses. For all updates, you can mail on our email ID, and you can join our groups on Telegram also. Links available in the description of the video. And in the next session, we will also cover that. What is the meaning of back end subsidy? What is the meaning of the credit link subsidy? What is the interest subvention in housing loan? All these things we have to be covered in the next session. Hope you are able to understand the basic difference, simple difference between the interest subsidy and subvention. So thanks to all of you for joining this short discussion.